Hi there! Welcome back to The Whole Bucket and to this episode of How Do You Do Art? I was sitting here gluing on pieces and decided I should hit record. So here we are making a video of me gluing bits of filament to a paintbrush and calling it art. I was someone recently posed a question to me and another person and said, do you consider yourself an artist or a crafter? And it started this whole discussion, and it ended up, thinking of the word maker as well. And I honestly have no clue how to answer that question because, to be quite honest, all of the above. I think it's a little lofty to call yourself an artist, and that I don't want to be lofty. In fact, I work hard to anti-lofty. So, I mean, that's a thing for me. But the other thing is that I don't think one applies to what I am or to what I do. And I wonder if one applies to anyone, really. So it was a while ago that this question was posed to me, but I am an overthinker and an obsessor, and I have had it in my head on and off ever since. And I looked up the definition of crafter and artist to not that I don't know the definition, but I always like to, hear things and see things and what have you. It sparks my brain power. So, crafter said something along the lines of, a craft is something that is a thing intended to be used that is made to be aesthetically pleasing. And art is not necessarily something to be used in any way, but expresses an idea or emotion or expresses something. So I believe I'm both. And I'm in junk journalers and mixed media folk and probably a great many other crafters, makers, etc. have art in their craft. So if I am crafting a journal, I might make I make journals of just so many different kinds, and some of them are extremely simple functional pieces, and I want them to be aesthetically pleasing, so they usually will be, unless they're extremely experimental, they will tend to be, gosh darn it, words. They will tend to be something I can't think of. Let me ponder a sec. So, if they're extremely experimental, they might be a mess. They might be chaotic. I know what I was trying to say. If they are not extremely experimental, then they're going to be cohesive and friendly and maybe a little surprising and fun. So, aesthetics, right? Then if I go to the far end of journal making and spend lots and lots of time and effort and a lot of myself into a journal, I think there's art in that, because then I'm putting art projects right in a crafted journal, is what I guess I'm trying to say. I'm also trying to get this tube of matte medium open, because it's not behaving. All right. So, there's been a lot of thought going into this question. So I'm wondering, of course, what do you think? What do you think about the difference between an artist and a crafter? And which one are you? If it can even be clearly defined. I think there's art in some degree in everything that is crafted, and maybe the other way around as well. So I don't think this is the way you're supposed to use matte medium, but I hear it functions as a good glue as well. And I'm having trouble getting my printer poo to hold still and to adhere. So I'm just gonna squish this in and under, so maybe they'll all like glue together. There we go. I need it to kind of be the right shape. Don't you hate it when your 3D printer poop doesn't behave? I don't know about you, but ours almost never behaves because it leaps. So there's a little there's a chute, and there's a little container that it's supposed to go in. And this stuff, it's not bouncy like a rubber ball, so don't get me wrong there, but it bounces. When it comes down the chute, it can go all over the place. So I have a room upstairs that has these little pellets of plastic filament all over the place. Okay, I might have to get a couple more because I got a hole right there and I am out of my little thingy jobbers. I need a little more of this. Right? Right. Oh, well, come here. Right there. There we go. All right, so that is extremely lopsided and I don't think I like it much, but we'll check later. Oh wait, look, I found one. I'm going to save that to fill in where I think it's needed later. I'm going to let that dry for a bit and wipe my fingers off because yikes, that's a mess. And then work on some other ideas for this while it's drying. I guess I'll come back. I will hit that pause button and I will clean up a little bit and let this dry while I ponder what we're going to do next. And I will gather and be back. Well, I'm back. I don't remember where I left off and what I was supposed to come back with, but things are not going as planned in this little project of mine. You know why? Because I've never done anything like this before and I don't have a concrete plan. So I'm winging it, guys. I'm winging it. I think that a lot of the people in this project are. So I have seen Patty at the Bumbling Crafter. I have not seen her whole project yet. I don't even know if she's completely done yet. Oh my, look at that. But I have seen where it's going, and she has got some very cool, interesting things going on. And I don't recall what she said about whether she had a plan going in or, you know, right away or not. But she's having a hoot of a time, so you should go check that out. I've only seen one of Dawn's projects at For Grace Creations, and she is doing 3. So I don't really know what to say there, but she's like, I'm going to go completely off in my own direction, which is totally what How Do You Do is all about, right? So that's very cool. I only saw the introductory of Kiki at Niar Designs. So I don't really even know what she's doing. Casey's at Casey Street is fabulous, and I believe it's done. I'm not sure. But he did a whole mixed media thingy jobber. And I didn't hear, I think he talked about what he intends to do with it, but I didn't hear that. So I'm going to have to go finding out what happens to it from there. What else? Darcy is doing this from Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I don't have a clue about hers at all. She was kind of keeping to herself so far, or at least last I heard, because she hadn't worked on hers yet and she didn't want to be influenced by other people. Lori at the Messy Crafter? Mixed Media Mess? Mixed Media Mess. I haven't seen hers at all. I have no idea what she's doing at all. So that'll be a complete mystery. What else? I don't know. I don't know who else is in the description box. But check out everybody, or put in the hashtag How Do You Do Art. Because I'll tell you something. It's quite a journey for me personally. I was not expecting all this. And it sounds like it is for everybody else too, but it is proving to be exactly what we hope for in this group. I know Patty had talked about being afraid that hers would be the same as everybody else's. She thought it was kind of obvious what would happen, and hers is not anything like anybody else's. And it just goes to show that everybody's brain thinks different, right? You never know what somebody else is going to think or see or feel or create. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's turning out, this particular project, they all turn out fun and good and whatever, but this particular one is super demonstrating what How Do You Do Art is all about. Oh, and there's Kim. Kim is doing it too, and she is floored. She is brand new to paper crafting. She is brand new to mixed media, and she says she doesn't have a clue what she's doing. So it's challenging her brain. And then we have a couple of people who have just joined the group, so they didn't get to participate in this project, but I hope that they're watching and have some critiquing to do, and maybe they throw something together of their own, which is something you can do too. Grab some paintbrushes, do some investigating into what altered paintbrush art can be, and then make your own. So, as you can see, I'm adding some color to the top of this. I'm doing it way too soon, so it's just mixing with the brown instead of sitting on it. And I'm overworking it, which makes it mix more. And that's pretty much what I always do, because I lack patience. Oh well. So what I'm going to do right now, oh here, I glued some pieces back on the back, and I've glued them on upside down. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up this video and post it just the way it is. It's a super short edition, but I have to let this stuff dry again, and the many layers are not really drying all that well and not very quickly, and I think I'm going to have to leave it overnight. And I do kind of know what to do next, but I don't think I can do it till I can glue the face in place, and I can't glue the face in place until all the painting parts are done, or I will end up painting the face and making a mess of it. Painting it is fine if that's what you want to do. That is not what I want to do, but I totally would. So, you know, I do want to do this though. Let's get some bits and pieces going, and a bunch of paint peeled off already. I don't know how to get the paint to stick to the aluminum frame, but I'm gonna have to, let's just put that back quick too. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to seal it so that it stays where I want it. I might need a new silicone mat after this, but I don't think so. It should come off silicone, right? Even acrylic paint should come off silicone. Is that true? I really wish I would learn to be patient. Yep. But I am not. So I make fat messes. There we go. All right, so, leave that where it was. So I'm going to leave that to dry till tomorrow. I'm going to glue the face in place as soon as all this is dry, and then I'll come back and I'll show you some more stuff that we're going to do with this. I have a whole plan, and there will be a quiz at the end, because I want to know if you know where I got the idea for what I end up doing. I think there's one person who I gave it away to who might be able to guess stupid easy because I gave it away, I think. But everybody else, I'm kind of curious if you can tell where, I mean, I told you, like, there was a big long flow about where this idea came from and how I ended up on this, but there is a specific inspiration that I ended up landing on. So we'll see if you guys can guess that somewhere along the way. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay. See you later. Bye.